Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's budget and finance chat. We can talk about anything you guys want to. Just drop me a comment in the chat. I work at a movie theater, and so I, of course, want to talk about the Barbie movie, if you couldn't tell. I haven't seen it. I'm very, very excited about it. Here's one of the drawbacks to working at a movie theater is that if you haven't seen the movie, it's really common that as guests are coming out, they're talking about the film, and then it can kind of spoil it for the people that are working there if we hear too much. And I've been working all weekend. But Barbie is taking over the world literally, and I'm manager Barbie. I'm Shelly YouTube Barbie today. Um, it's really fun to see this kind of excitement at the movies. I've had people come in and say, I haven't been to the movies in years, like even before the pandemic. This is the first time I've been to a movie in a really long time. And it's just really great as someone who's worked in movie theaters for such a long time to see this happen, to see that it can still happen. And Super Mario Brothers this year was another one of those films. I think, it's the right mix of nostalgia. And I've heard a little bit, but I haven't heard too much. Hi, Sean. Happy Sunday to you as well. So here's what I've heard is I have heard that it's surprising. I've heard a gentleman come out, and I've heard a few people say that they, quote, didn't expect to cry during the movie. So I've got gentlemen coming out of the film saying, I think this is supposed to be little headphones and this little camera. And I'm dressed Barbie themed, right, guys? This is not my everyday look. Pink nails, everything pink. And I need your help with a decision in a few minutes. Also, this is definitely a work outfit. I'm trying to dress like Barbie every day this week. So, mom, what do you think of this? What do you think? Okay, the bangs, guys, they're not my real bangs. They're clip-in, and you can see it really bad from if you're higher up than me. And of course, that's my real kind of lazy ponytail, which somehow, like my ponytail kind of matches the bangs, but all of my roots and everything don't. Where's Frances when you need her? She's not in here. I need her to come do my hair. I need her to do my hair so that my hair matches for Barbie. The jacket and the tank top, I've already had those. The earrings I already had. The pins are actually from the Vid Summit conference this year. I just kind of thought they matched like the little neon thing, the little camera, the headphones. So everything that I have on right now, I already owned. Okay, here is where I need your help, right? Let's go back to Michael's comment about Barbie taking over the world. And guys, I'm happy to switch topics if you guys just let me know what you'd like today's topic to be. Otherwise, I'm going to keep talking about Barbie because I'm excited about Barbie even though I haven't even seen it. Okay, so on Prime Day, there's a brand of dresses. These bangs, I don't know about them. What if I swoop them? That's weird. Curtain bangs. Okay. No, don't have curtain bangs. Okay. So I bought a dress. I've bought three things. Oh, sorry, I lied. I didn't have everything that I'm wearing in this video. I bought the bangs for the Barbie movie. I have not worn them yet to work because I'm not sure if they're just absolutely ridiculous. Especially, I'm about 5'5", and like, I feel like a lot of people are taller than that, and they're definitely gonna be able to see, like, that weird section. Maybe if I had a headband, but I don't think I have a headband. Anyway, so I bought a dress on Amazon Prime for the Barbie movie, but they accidentally shipped me the wrong dress. But I think the dress that they shipped me could still work. Mom, maybe you could chime in. So I let Amazon know. I was like, you guys sent me the wrong thing. I was like, can you replace it? And they've shipped me a new one on the contingency that I'm going to ship this one back. But I guess my question for you guys is, should I just keep this dress? Should I wear this dress to work? Should this be my work outfit tonight? Should I maybe like actually wear these bangs that I bought for the Barbie premiere? Also, I can clip them so that they're further back. I don't know that that would help. I'm like, maybe I just need to get rid of these long pieces. Oh, is it better if I, no, it's not. That's not better. Okay, anyway, let me show you the dress that they shipped that is not the dress that I ordered. And even if you're watching this after the video plays, because I'm live right now, I know a lot of you watch afterwards. Debbie, I'm counting on you. You and the little green guy have to let me know if this dress is a happy and keep it, or if it's a sad and turn it back. And it's going to be a little hard to tell because I'm not wearing the dress. My mom has seen the dress on me. She doesn't think it looks good. She used to tell me something, Mom, I think this is not good for children's self-esteem. But anyway, she used to say, you look like a 10-pound sack of potatoes trying to squeeze into a 5-pound bag. I may have worn a lot of tight dresses when I was going out when I was younger. All right. Also, when I stand up, I'm wearing jeans right now. So that's not part of the Barbie work outfit, but I am wearing pink flip-flops. And can you see those shoes in the background? I'm going to grab those too. I have worn those to work for Barbie. I wanted to do like a whole series of like what I wore to work as Barbie for a week. But you guys know, like, I am not ready in time to do that, right? So the intentions were there. I've been doing my makeup. I've been having like blue eyeshadow and pink lipstick and like switching out the earrings. And I haven't actually worn these bangs to work, but those take 2 seconds to pop in. Okay, so this is the dress. I feel like you can't see, so hold on. So this is the dress. Clearly it's Barbie pink, right? Here's what we like about the dress. We like the little sleeve. I like the little neckline. I don't like this ruffle going down the front. And that's what the other one didn't have. And there's like some ruching on this side. But the thing is, when I wear this, right, let's just go from the side here. I'm a little chunky. And by a little, I kind of mean a lot. So this is very body hugging. So and because this is not the brand that I bought, it's like the material is kind of like, they make all fat people clothes out of this, but the material is like polyester, right? But you can see, like, if I put this on, I think it would be cute. I could wear a little shapewear under it to try and hide the lumps and bumps and call it a day and wear this to work. Rachel says, my hair color looks pretty and you want to see Barbie, you're waiting for the home version. So Rachel, I haven't seen you in the comments before. Please let me know. Do I keep this dress and wear it like tonight for work? I think I'm leaning towards yes after seeing it like with the little bangs and the little earrings and my lipstick on, but it is tight. It's not like inappropriately work tight. It's more like the material itself is like so flimsy that you just see everything. So it would definitely need to be, okay, Rachel says, yes, keep it. Okay, so the problem is, Rachel, because you're new, right? I'm going to stand up again because I don't know when you popped in, is that I'm kind of chunky, right? And there's this ruffle. And I have always heard, like, if you're overweight, you don't want to draw attention. Like, do I want to put a ruffle? Like, hey, look at my tum-tum when I'm at work. Like, I don't know. If sometimes my bosses watch. So if anybody from the company I work from is watching this, like, you let me know. It's a little tight. But I have been wearing these shoes to work. Let me show you the shoes because they are amazing. So the things that I bought specifically to wear to work for the Barbie movie are a different dress, but they shipped this one. Rachel, let me know. Ruffle across the middle. Clingy. I have to wear shapewear. Like, I have other things that I have to wear shapewear for when I'm at work, and it's not like a big deal. Do I put my funny, silly Barbie pins on the dress if I keep it? They've already shipped the dress that I actually wanted to my mom's house. Sorry. Lil Rambo says Shelly's Millions is at #1, just like the Barbie movie. Lil Rambo, what do you think? Keep this dress? Also, Rachel. So this is not my real hair, and it looks pretty bad from the top. But I think, so I've dressed Barbie themed for the last 2 nights at work. And one of the dresses you guys have seen, because I bought it for the photo shoot with Jenny Silver, and that was like a big hit. And I did my hair where I did like I straightened the ponytail and I did the flip out, which I guess is like traditional Barbie. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back up. I'm gonna show you guys the shoes that I bought. So I bought the clip and bangs. I bought a dress that was literally $20 because it was on sale on Amazon Prime Day. And then I bought these shoes. So let me show you the shoes. And they're not quite what I expected either, but they're so much fun and they're fairly comfortable. So, okay, we're gonna hang this guy back up here. Oh, good. That piece of the wall, guys. Like, can you see that? That's about to crumble out. Wonderful. Oh, nope, and it won't stay there. Stay there. All right. I'm gonna put it over here so that it can like be part of the stream, but it doesn't want to stay that way. Would it stay this way? Sure. No, stay. It's balanced. Okay. I'm gonna show you the shoes. Okay. If these are not the most fun shoes you've ever seen in your life, and here's look at the bottom, like here's proof that I've been wearing those to work. So those are not going back. And these are a very hot pink, which like I didn't think I was ordering hot pink. I thought I was ordering the shade of pink that this blazer is and the shade of pink back. I thought it was Barbie pink, but they are fluorescent hot pink. Luckily, yes, I'm holding a shoe right up to my ear, that dirty shoe. Who knows what's going on with today's stream? It's Barbie. It's fun. So these are the shoes that I bought specifically for the Barbie movie. Okay, now let me tell you what I love about these. Is it a bit of an old lady heel? Yes. That's not what I love about it. I was like, let me tell you what I love. Here's this heel that I don't like. So this is a low enough heel that it's very comfortable all day. Non-slip sole, so I can wear them when I'm running around doing all my work. And we're on our feet all day. And I've got to admit that even though this is a low heel, these have not stayed on all day. And there's a little bow. I don't know if you can tell. And they're not quite the right shade of pink. So I guess I started with the things that I don't love. The other thing that I don't love, I have no clue what I will wear these with after the Barbie movie. So I have to get, these were about $35, I want to say. Maybe less. I think they were 35. So like I need to get $35 worth of wear out of them in like the next 2 weeks, and or figure out where I'm going to wear these like in the real world, not in the Barbie manager Barbie work world. So anyway, I got these shoes. I'm loving them. Here's what I love about them. So Billie Eilish, I like her. She has a new video and she's kind of wearing a shoe that's she has a video that's like tied into the Barbie movie. Sorry, let me state that perfectly. So she has a new video that's tied into the Barbie movie, and she has on shoes. She's wearing yellow, but her shoes are very similar in style to this. And the dress that I wore to work on Friday, the polka dot dress, I wore it with these shoes. I do love them, right? Like they're gonna, even if they just sit there after I'm done wearing them for the Barbie movie, I'm gonna still love them. They're gonna make me happy when I smile, like when I walk past them. Thank you, Rachel, for saying that you love the shoes. Yeah, so the 3 things that I bought specifically to wear to work for the week of the Barbie movie are, I bought the clip-in bangs that I haven't even worn to work yet. I bought the dress, but they shipped the wrong one, and I'm a little uncertain. Rachel says yes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're watching this after the stream, or in the chat if you're watching during the stream. Curious what you think. Also, do I keep this bow? I have another hair piece that I might put in. That like that dress with the ruffle is so over the top that if I do keep it, I might put in this other like crazy long hair piece. But then that gets like a little bit much to work in. Okay, so I bought the hair piece, I bought a different dress, they shipped the wrong one, and I bought the shoes. Let's tally that. So I spent about $70. Probably not a great budgeting tip, but sometimes you just got to have fun. My work is not, I just need to go full Barbie, live it. Yeah. And when I went to work, like I had on blue eyeshadow. I almost put on like fake eyelashes because like I watched a tutorial and they were like, yeah, put on these fake eyelashes. And I will say that when she did that, she did look more like Barbie. But I don't know. It turns because and I did want to make like a video series about like what I wore to week, what I wore to work the opening week of Barbie as a movie theater manager, something like that. But like between the makeup and the hair and all of that, it's taking like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get ready for work. And then to also like film that, it's just been like it's a no for me. Anyway, very excited about Barbie. Can I write it off? It's for work. Oh, this is a great financial topic that I would love to enlighten you on. So we can tie Barbie and what I spent for clothes to wear for Barbie, um, for work. So no, you can't unless it is like exclusively for work. And they're pretty strict on clothing items, what can be considered exclusively for work. And because that job is a W-9 or like it's a traditional employer where I get a W-2 from them, right? It's not for my YouTube channel. Now, here's where things could get interesting, right? If I bought the dress, it's supposed to be though exclusively for business use. You cannot wear this stuff out. If the IRS finds out that you bought something and then you wore it out, like you kept it and you wore it out, it's not a write-off anymore. It has to be exclusively for business use. And there's a content creator that I like. Her name is Hope Scope, and she frequently is like, she's probably done a video like buying, I think she has. I think I've watched it, like buying all the outfits from the Barbie movie or something like that, or trying to recreate all the looks from the Barbie movie. Something along those lines. Hope Scope. Check her out if you want to see it. But she very often buys the items, reviews them, and then if you'll notice, she says that she's reselling them on like her Etsy or her ThreadUp or her, what's the other one? It starts with P, Poshmark, or just her store off her website, maybe it is. But she buys the items, she uses them exclusively to make a video, and then she sells them. That way she's not even tempted to like rewear them out in public. She hasn't said that, but like I'm just assuming. So if you did that, if I bought these and I only made a video, but it wouldn't be a true video if I made what I wore to work in a week during the Barbie movie, if I wore it to work. So I could make that video, but I couldn't make that video, then wear the outfit to my regular job and then use it as a tax write-off. I would have to like make the video and then sell it on eBay. And then that could be or Poshmark or ThreadUp or whatever. Then if I used it exclusively for business use, then I could write it off. And I have one piece of clothing that I was able to do that with for a video I never even made. Well, the video's made, but then I never posted it. And it is for a while, like those kind of prison jumpsuits, the orange prison jumpsuits were really popular as part of YouTube thumbnails. And so I jumped on that trend and I bought one. And even though I never uploaded the video, I still like, I'm not going to wear an orange jumpsuit anywhere, like not even for Halloween. So that can be a tax write-off. And I did write that off on my taxes. So yeah, so it has to be exclusively for business use. So if I worked for a company, oh, and then let me say something else about that and taxes that's also interesting. So don't tune out just yet. But if I worked for McDonald's and McDonald's asked me to buy my uniform shirt that said like McDonald's on it. Now, might I get off work and just wear my McDonald's t-shirt to a party? Maybe. But if the company I'm working for is requiring me to buy something, but it would like need to have their logo. It really, really needs to not be worn anywhere else. Dang it, what else was I was like, oh, and this is gonna be really interesting. And then dang it, if the thought, oh, I know what it was. The other thing is, and I've, I'm not a financial advisor, but like I talk about money with some of my staff if it comes up. And so this next part is really interesting. That's also only going to come into play, writing it off as a business expense, if you itemize your taxes. And even for me, well, because I have the channel, I have to kind of itemize at least the business expenses portion of it. But if you're not a business owner, right? If you're not trying to track, if you're not needing to report all your business expenses and things like that, which that's only if you've made less than $400 a year from your business, then you don't need to report it as a business. But once you make over $400, then you do need to report that to the IRS if you're self-employed. Then you would itemize your business expenses. But for the majority of my viewers, we're in an income bracket where it's not advantageous to do the itemized deduction for most of us, for most of my audience at least. It is more beneficial to just take the standard deduction. So, and I want to say, so there's a standard deduction and then there's a personal deduction. And the standard deduction is like in the 6,000s, don't quote me exactly, but it's about $6,000. So in order for someone to itemize, you would need to itemize more than $6,000 in expenses. For example, the other thing that comes up is not just clothing on this. So I'm not going to spend $6,000 or more than $6,000 on clothes just for a video, at least not at this point in my YouTube career. So I'd be buying these items. I would need to buy more than $6,000, not in one category, but across all the categories in order for it to make sense for me to itemize. Now, that's not true if you're self-employed, but for most of us, we have traditional jobs. We're going to work. So for those of us that go to work, we get a paycheck from an employer. It's going to be generally, for most of us, better to just take the standardized deduction. Yeah, and Lil Rambo says, "Sounds like way too much work for a piece of clothing." Yeah, and so for me, let's say I didn't have the channel, okay? Let's say it was just me working my 9 to 5 job. Oh, it's not a 9 to 5 job, but like my traditional job, getting a paycheck from my employer. I would need more than $6,000 across all categories. And where this has come up with a couple of my staff are they have really old cars, which is great. I'm so proud of them for keeping their cars until they literally won't run anymore. But when it comes time to get rid of the car, they're like, "Well, don't I get a tax write-off if I donate my car?" Because a lot of times you'll hear radio stations say that they'll accept car donations. A lot of times you'll see somebody say, like, "We'll pick a car up in any condition, no questions asked, we'll tow it." Um, and then you can use the value of the donation as a tax write-off. Now, that's both true and false. It depends on your tax situation. When my car, I've never told this story before. So, when my car hit 300,000 miles, I was still driving it, and then it got in an accident and it messed up the radiator. And at that many miles on that car, I think I did replace the radiator, but then like the air conditioning wouldn't work. It just started having a lot of problems, not due to the mileage on the car, but after it got in the accident, I think combined with the mileage on the car, because that car had over 300,000 miles on it, it just started having all these problems. And it was doing like, I think like I lost the ability to accelerate on the freeway. It was getting to where like I didn't feel safe to drive that car anywhere. And actually, the day that I bought my car, because one of the tips that my mom has always given me is when you're at the dealership, like after you negotiate, walk away. Walk away after you're through most of the negotiations and just tell them, you know what, you weren't able to get the payments where I wanted them. I'm not comfortable with the payments that high. I'm going to go ahead and head on home today. Thank you for your time, and leave. And I literally said to my mom, because my mom was like, well, why don't you leave? Why don't you think about it? Because they didn't have the car I wanted. And the car that I bought was a little bit more expensive than I really wanted to pay. I wanted the baseline Toyota Corolla. What they had available was they had a Toyota Corolla Sport model, which is more expensive, and they had this Prius, and they were both cars were about the same price. I literally, from the dealership, called they were so close in price, that I was like, you know what? Maybe there's a difference in what it costs to insure these two cars. So I called my car insurance company and I said, can you give me a insurance quote on the 2013 Toyota Corolla Sport model? And then can you also give me a quote on a 2013 Prius C? And the Prius C was about $10 a month cheaper than the Toyota Corolla Sport. So that's how I wound up with my Prius C instead of my Toyota Corolla Sport. But since neither car was really what I went there for, and both cars were above, like I wanted like an $18,000 Toyota Corolla. And I think my car was 21,000, and I think the Toyota Corolla Sport was also going to be $21,000. So, both the same price. This one had cheaper insurance, and with the fact that it was going to be a hybrid, I was like, this should be better on gas in the long run. So, I bought that. Patrick, that's a different platform, and that would, those platforms, they cost money. Anyway, so plus Barbie manager Barbie's not on YouTube. Barbie is not a bully, but anyway, it's a funny comment. I'm reading in the chat. I have not posted that comment because it's a little, risky. So maybe I should bully you into not posting comments like that. But anyway, so I didn't go there to buy that car. I wanted an $18,000 car, and I wound up spending about $21,000, which I didn't want. I was used to not having a car payment. I didn't want any car payment. So my mom was like, drive off the lot. Tell him you're not sure and that you got to go, that those cars are too much. And little Rambo, it says, Patrick's comment is it says, I want you bullying me. Anyway, so I said, Mom, I said, I don't think I can. I think it is, little Rambo. I said, Mom, I don't think this car will drive off the lot. I barely made it here. I don't think it's going to pull off. And that, it actually did, because that dealer, I was like, I just told the dealership, I was like, just keep it. Like, they're like, the trade-in value is zero, not $100, not $300, not $500. The trade-in value on that car with 300,000 miles that had just gotten out of the accident was worth nothing. And the dealership was like, lady, you got to figure out how to get this car off our lot. I was like, okay. So because I knew the car and I knew the car's problems, I drove my old car home. I made the dealer follow me home in my new car, or the salesperson, which they did because I lived pretty close to the dealership, like under 4 miles or something. And then I drove him back. Like, once both cars were back at my house, I drove him back to the dealership in the new car, because like I couldn't get the other car home, but I didn't think he was going to. All right, Andrew. Andrew's commenting on the hair. This is, you're coming in late. It's for Barbie. And if you look, so these are just clip-in bangs, which I did buy especially for the movie. I probably shouldn't share my secrets, but like, if anybody's taller than me and they just stand above me, I have one piece of hair that kind of matches that. But like my ponytail matches, but like my roots are much darker. And if you stand above, like, you can really see the lines on that. But yeah, it's fun, and I definitely bought it for the Barbie movie. Okay, so anyway, so the car, back in those times, I didn't have the channel, like, because I bought the car in 2013. I started my channel 7 years later in 2020. So I had to donate the car. Like, it wasn't worth anything. No one was going to buy that thing. So I did donate it to charity, but I wasn't able to write it off because, um, okay. TMI, Patrick. Uh, might have to hide your comments. So play it safe, please, in the chat. But anyway, so I donated the car and I wasn't able to get it as a tax write-off because the car, you can write off the value of the car, but the value of the car, I think they valued it at like $450 in terms of donations, but $450 is not more than the standard deduction of $6,000. So like, you're not going to itemize to get the tax credit for donating your car for $450 when you take the standard deduction for like in the 6,000s. You know what I mean? So it's the same with clothes, is the long-winded point of that, is that your itemized deductions would need to be more than your standard deductions. So I would need to have donated more than $6,000 worth of cars and clothes and things. Or I would need to have purchased more than $6,000 worth of write-offs. Most of the time people start itemizing when they buy a home, right? And I am a homeowner, but I'm not able to write off even my mortgage interest and my escrow and things, or my real estate taxes and my interest, which most homeowners can, because my interest rate is so low. Okay. Oops, I put up the wrong. Okay. Yeah, let's keep talking about Barbie. Creator of Barbie, This Is Fabulous on YouTube. Oh, really? Okay. Uh-oh. All right. Here's the link on YouTube from the archives. Archives? I don't know. Anyway, Barbie creator Ruth Handler on her life before and after the doll. Yeah. And guys, my movie theater is right next to a bookstore, and we didn't allow enough time to do this, but we wanted to kind of make like a display of Barbie books. And to Alex's comment, Alex is saying, I want to watch Barbie because Oppenheimer is too serious. And I kind of feel the same way, although I will say that Christopher Nolan is a great director. And there was another series, there was a TV series on, I want to say HBO, which I think is now just Max, but anyway, which I get for free with my AT&T universal cell phone plan. I don't pay for HBO Max. But anyway, there was a series called Chernobyl, which was about when the nuclear plant caught fire in Russia, in Chernobyl. And I was like, this is going to be a bummer. I don't want to watch this. But they presented it in a way that made it accessible to even somebody who doesn't normally like that kind of thing. I'm not a big history person. I don't like anything that's too like serious usually. Like, I like dramas, but like not like, I can't watch crime, I can't watch horror, nothing like torture, like, so I thought Chernobyl was, like, not gonna be watchable for me, but I really enjoyed that, and so I'm hoping that Oppenheimer kind of has that similar feel. I will probably see that, and here's something else that I really think is gonna change in the future of movies going forward. So many of us, right, like, raise your hand if when you put your movie on TV at home, if you have your phone next to you and you find yourself like checking your phone, needing to, and then like losing track of the movie. Whereas, so I don't, and that's not good. Like, you have to like rewind it, or you like leave, like, not, you're missing little pieces of information, or you're distracted. Like, now when I watch a movie at home, it honestly probably takes me about like 5 different sit down sessions before I've actually like watched the whole thing. So if I watch it at home, I'm breaking it up into little increments, and then I don't feel like I'm getting like the movie experience. So I actually think that that's going to be something that brings people back to the movies in the future, is the fact that you can't really have your cell phone in a movie theater. If you do, naughty you, please don't do that. Like, here's something that guests don't realize, right? If you're sitting like, if there's anybody behind you, even if you keep your phone down low, because of how dark it is in a movie theater, like every single row behind you, they know that you've got your phone on. They do. And then that's distracting for the other people. So that's why we ask people to turn their cell phones off. Like, we're not trying to be big meanies. We're not trying to say that you're not trying to be discreet, but like, it really, if you're sitting in front of anybody, your cell phone light, people can see that in every single row behind you. So I think that, and most of our guests are very good about that. Like, we don't really have trouble with that. Our movie going audience where I work is very respectful, and like, we don't really run into that. And I'm so thankful for that. But I really think that that's going to get this younger generation into theaters. I think that there's going to come a point where they're like, I want a break from my phone. I don't want to be tempted to pick up my phone while I'm watching a movie. And so I think that's going to bring them to the movie theater, like, just knowing like, I will have this gap of 2 to 3 hours where I won't be on my phone. So for that reason, Oppenheimer is about 3 hours long. For that reason, I probably will try and see it in theaters, because otherwise it's just going to take me entirely too long to like wait for it to come on streaming, and then like to make it through a 3-hour movie while I'm at home. Like, I have to be honest with myself. I'm not the type of person that's going to do that. And then like, by the time I've made it to the end, I'm not going to remember what's going on at the beginning. So I'm going to immerse myself in a dark theater without my cell phone, and I will watch it from beginning to end. And Barbie, Mom, I imagine that you want to see Barbie. I'm going to try and take you. I wanted to see it this weekend because obviously I'm excited about Alex. I think you popped in late, so I got to show you some shoes. I don't want to make you rewatch. So look at these shoes that I bought for Barbie. Look at them with their little bows. Aren't they adorable? Okay. And Billie Eilish has a new song to go with the Barbie movie, and she's wearing all yellow, but her shoes are like this without the bow, but like yellow. So I feel like not only am I having a little Barbie moment, but I'm also having a Billie Eilish moment. So I'm loving these. And these are not the right color. Like, I don't know if you can tell. These are like hot pink. I thought they were going to be closer to the color of this jacket. And then Alex, since you're in here, I might need to show you a dress that I need an opinion on whether I keep it or not. Or maybe if I don't show the dress again, if you could go back and watch the beginning and let me know if I should keep that dress, that'd be good. Okay, let's see here. What else? Rachel, it didn't let me put up the link. I think I have my chat set up so that it doesn't allow links. But guys, if you're interested in learning more about the history of Barbie, I'm going to go ahead and recommend this video that Rachel's recommending. She says it's called Barbie, creator Ruth Handler on her life before and after the doll. Okay, my mom says that the hair is good. Not sure about the dress. Okay, and here, Mom, I think that maybe why you like the hair is because I had hair like this when I was little. I am not sure I love this. Oh, dang it. I didn't bring my phone in here. Oh, yeah, I did. Hold on. And my roommate's hilarious. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you a picture of me when I was little with bangs. Oh my God. Oh dear. Okay. And then I'll show you. Okay. There's little Shelly. Okay. Little Shelly with the bangs, curtain bangs. So I think my mom likes it because, like, I look like I did when I was little. I don't know if I love the bangs look on me. Okay, now, okay, it's very important that we see that those are curtain bangs. Those are, curtain bangs where they make curtains. And I sent my best friend this photo, and this is what they sent back. This is good. They just sent a picture of curtains. But I think my mom might like the bangs. But mom, look, it's very like obvious that it's like fake and clip in if anybody's taller than me and stands above me. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But my mom has seen the dress on me. So anyway. Oh, I was gonna show you one more thing. One more thing. Let me show you the first outfit, just in case those of you who are just popping in, because it's good. I'm just excited about this little outfit. Ba, 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 ba. That was day one's dress for Barbie. Sorry, there's glare on my phone. So that's the dress, the pink dress with the little polka dots from the Jenny Silver photo shoot. That was the day. I almost always have to wear my hair in a ponytail when I'm at work because I work behind the concession stand. So I'm working with food. My hair is kind of long when it's down, and so I run the risk of my hair falling out into the food, and you can't have that. So I normally have it in a ponytail when I'm at work. Scotty says I am rocking the hair nicely. Thank you very much. Um, but yeah, so I wore the pink dress with the Billie Eilish inspired shoes and these little earrings. Yesterday I actually had on blue earrings, for Ken, and I had like a ton. The first day I worked with the Barbie movie was Friday. I did all pink. Yesterday, I did more of like a blue eyeshadow look, and then I wore blue earrings. This is pretty much what I wore to work, except I had on like way more makeup. And I'm wearing jeans right now. I did not have on jeans yesterday. Okay. Anthony says, your Oppenheimer, does it cover the bombing of Hiroshima and the end of World War II? I don't know. Okay, so here's another thing. Somebody called me from work, and I very nicely said, I was like, I'm so sorry. They were trying to sell me something. I was like, I'm so sorry, but like we're focused on Barbie for like the next 2 weeks. I was like, give me a call in 2 weeks. So I don't know what's in Oppenheimer. So for those of you that don't know, the movie is about the creator of the atomic bomb. So that's why Alex is like, it's so serious. And that is a very serious topic. Um, I'm not sure what all is in the movie. It's 3 hours long, so I would imagine it covers everything. Okay. Janet says, my new look is fabulous. So this is definitely just a clip-in hairpiece that I'm Barbie themed because I'm super excited about the Barbie movie. Okay. Anthony says, it's a good thing oh wait, is it the nuclear bomb that he created or is it the atom bomb? I have to Google that. Oh my goodness. I should know this because people are going to ask that at the movies. Okay. J. Robert Oppenheimer was an American theoretical physicist and director of the Los Alamos Laboratory during World War II. He is often credited as the father of the atomic bomb for his role in organizing the Manhattan Project, the research and development undertaking that created the first nuclear weapons. I say nuclear, but I think somebody told me it's just nuclear. Anyway, nuclear. Anyway, so yeah, credited with making the first atomic bomb. And he won an award, a Medal for Merit in 1946 and the Enrico Fermi Award, I don't know what that is, in 1963. Theoretical physics. He went to the University of California, Berkeley. He went to the California Institute of Technology, and he went to the Los Alamos Laboratory Institute for Advanced Study. Very interesting. Anyway, I don't want to read too much about on his Wikipedia. So Anthony says it's a good thing the nuclear bomb was never used ever again after 1945. Otherwise, we would all be dead. Those kinds of topics, they're so scary to me that I almost don't want to know. So yeah, Oppenheimer is going to be serious, but I've heard everybody that's come out of that has also said it's good. It's just since it's so long, we just have more shows that our Barbie, because it's shorter than we do of Oppenheimer since it's 3 hours. Here's something funny. The big cheese. I don't know your actual name, but that's okay. If you want to share it though, let me know. Um, so I've started off work in the super cute shoes like every shift. And then my shift has been starting at 5. So these last on my feet until about 8 p.m. And then I just haven't worn heels in so long, like and I'm heavier right now than probably the last time I wore heels, any kind of heels, even though those are chunky heels. So they're pretty comfortable. But still, about 8 p.m., after being on my feet for like 3 consecutive hours, I'm changing out of them. And then they're saying, because the meme is Barbenheimer. So and so I normally change into black shoes that are a little bit chunkier, and they're like, oh, so now it's like more like Barbenheimer. So that's kind of funny. Okay, Rachel says, oh, here's the link. The woman on YouTube who designed Barbie's clothes, it's really fun how this woman designed Barbie's most iconic outfits for 35 years. Yeah, all of that with all of the Barbie stuff is so fun. And I'm so glad that it's bringing people out to the movies again. And I feel like maybe like since this is normally a finance skewing channel, that maybe we should look at the grosses for the Barbie movie this weekend. Okay, so I am going to open a new screen and I'm going to share this with you guys. Let's see here. Where is it? Barbie Bruce. Bruce. All right, hold on one second. I'm going to share the screen. Actually, I've been taking a sip of coffee. I've been so excited talking about Barbie that I need a sip of coffee. And you guys know when I take a drink to please like the video. Don't ask me why I just picked that up, not by the handle. Okay, so I normally look at the deadline articles when I'm looking at movie articles because they don't have like all the, like, I don't know what those are called, those paid pop-up things. Okay, so this is a deadline article written by Anthony De Alessandro. Whoops. Nope, I don't want to see that. Okay. Barbie still gorgeous with best year-to-date $155 million opening. So that means Barbie beat Super Mario Brothers. That means Barbie beat Spider-Man. That means Barbie beat Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the Fast 10. Like Barbie just beat like a bunch of like super crazy movies. And I think my theory is that the reason why that happened is partially the great marketing campaign, partially like whether you liked them or not. Like I remember I probably had less than 5 Barbies my entire childhood. I had a lot of knockoff Barbies that came from Pick and Save, which are now Big Lots, but I didn't have the real I had a few, but they were very, very few. Like if I got two $20 bills for birthday money, I would sometimes like buy a Barbie with that money. But that was pretty rare that we had any kind of budget for a real Barbie. So, I think part of the interest for me is that like it was something that I wanted that we couldn't necessarily afford. And so now I'm curious about seeing it. Also, Greta Gerwig is the director on this, and she is like she did the movie Lady Bird, and she also did Little Women. She just came out of the gate kind of punching in her career. And so she doesn't like normally make what I'm going to call bad fluff, right? She normally makes really quality films. And so to see her mix, and I'm a little bit mixed on Margot Robbie. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about her. But I think she's a good choice to be cast as Barbie, but I've never really seen her in a comedy before. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to see and then judge. I mean, I feel fine, like, her being cast as Barbie. So, um, and I think so, like, probably even if you like the trailer says, it's for people who love Barbie and it's for people who hate Barbie. So, and again, I've heard 2 things coming out of the film. Neither of them are spoilers. I've heard, number 1, that it's making people cry and that they were surprised by that. I've heard men say that. Number 2 is that it's a really empowering film for women, and that I think is a little bit more expected for Barbie. Barbie has had, like, every prestigious career under the sun, but I think Barbie's also been, like, a barista and a McDonald's worker. Like, Barbie is a working woman, and Barbie doesn't care whether you're working at McDonald's or whether you're working in the surgery room, because Barbie is for everybody. And so I think that's kind of the appeal. And then there's this whole kin element that I think is gonna make it interesting for the men. But guys, if you're on the fence about seeing it, if you're like, this is for women, I don't wanna see the Barbie movie," I have heard that Barbie's for men too. Okay, so the headline from Deadline, Anthony De Alessandro says, "Barbie, still gorgeous, with best year-to-date $155 million opening. Oppenheimer detonates 80 million plus in incredible 300 million plus US box office weekend." Sunday AM update. So we're going to read through this in just a second. I did want to quickly mention, so Rachel is dropping the links to other videos that about Barbie. So my movie theater is next to a bookstore. And so we wanted to put up a Barbie book display, but, like, the theater side and the bookstore side, like, we didn't collaborate soon enough in order to make that happen. Story of my life. But anyway, um, I wanted to put up, like, all their cool Barbie books, and I was gonna say, like, the little, paper directing people that those books are on sale next door. I wanted it to say something to the effect of, and this would have needed to be approved by marketing, so I'm not sure if it would have gotten approved, but I was gonna say something like, "Think the Barbie movie was the bomb? Go check out these books next to us at the bookstore." So that was gonna be like a little play on Oppenheimer, not that Barbie bombed at the box office, because it certainly did not. Okay, so as of this morning, okay, this was part of the PM update. If you weren't at Barbie or Oppenheimer or both movies this weekend, consider yourself square. I wish I had, like, I wish I edited my videos afterwards so that I could make the little ding sound after I make the ding square. Okay, I made it myself, the sound. So, and I'm not square, I'm just working, and I want to take my mom. Mom, are you interested in Oppenheimer? I feel like my mom doesn't like movies like Oppenheimer either. Plus, my mom is old, and I feel like she does not want to sit. She'll sit in a movie theater for like 2.5 hours, but 3, we're getting up there. Okay. Updated figures this morning show Warner Brothers' new franchise based on the Mattel doll. New franchise. That means that there will be more movies based on the Mattel doll at $48.1 million. So it's down 32% from Friday and previews, which previews are when a movie technically opens on Friday, but they start showing it on Thursday. Where I work, we call those sneak peeks. But those are becoming more common, where officially the movie opens Friday, but it actually opens Thursday night, for what is shaping up to still be a $155 million start, the biggest opening of 2023. Others believe in their bones that this Greta Gerwig directed Margot Robbie Ryan Gosling combo is destined for 160 million. Warner's isn't a studio to get over their skis and estimates. I don't know what that means. Meanwhile, Oppenheimer might be about a bomb, but it's certainly not a bomb in the box office sense of the word, with Universal Christopher Nolan directed movie eyed $25.8 million on Saturday, which is down 22% from Friday. A lot of people really seem to go to the movies now on Thursday, Friday, Saturday is typically a little slower than Friday, and then Sunday's slower than Saturday because everybody's getting ready to go back to work. For what's shaping up to be an awesome $80.5 million opening per Universal this morning. As we spotted on Thursday night, Oppenheimer looked like it was going to emulate the box office trajectory of the R-rated X-Men title Logan. That pick's first day previews was also 33 million. However, had a $31.3 million Saturday for what turned out to be $88.4 million opening. Point is, audiences are approaching this Nolan movie like a comic book movie, not the adult drama that it is. In fact, both movies' fervent fans are owning it in their cinema attire, dressing up like the characters in Barbie and Oppenheimer. Scroll down. I can't believe I haven't talked about that until this late in the comment. Um, but okay, my mom is saying that she does want to see Barbie. And hello, Riki Love. I haven't seen you in here in a long time. I hope you're doing really well. Um, Everybody coming to the Barbie movie. Well, not everybody, but like almost everybody. There is so much pink in the lobby of people dressed up, people in like princess dresses, little girls in tiaras, little girls with pink bows, like pink, 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 pink everywhere. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. And definitely like our guests are picking up on my Barbie vibe at work and they're loving it. And then I get to like kick up my heel and show the shoe. And like, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of hard work, but it's also been a lot of fun. Okay. Behold the foot traffic. Box Office Analytics Corp Intelligence says that Barbenheimer is going to pull in approximately 18.5 million patrons. That means guests, people walking through the doors, other than Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021, which had 20 million patrons. This is the most foot traffic Intelligence has monitored for a 3-day new opening film or combination of films since our formation during the dark period of the pandemic. Barbie clocked 12.8 million admissions, which is the highest non-Marvel MCU Marvel comic universe slash fresh IP film. I don't know what fresh IP is, to open since Intelligence began monitoring. Only Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man No Way Home are ahead of it. Oppenheimer had 5.8 million admissions, which Intelligence says a record breaker in the firm's post-pandemic era. The most attendees for an R-rated opening, surpassing John Wick Chapter 4's 5.2 million. And those are people, not dollars. That's so crazy. Okay. Despite the awesome weekend for the industry, one rival distributor griped. It's hard to keep up with a killer combo like this, which plays both cities and small towns. Exclaimed Jeff Goldstein, Warner Brothers domestic distribution president. We had everybody from Halifax, Virginia to Honolulu, because Barbie's for everybody, beamed Universal's box of domestic distribution, Jim Orr, this morning. Nolan's films are riveting, exhilarating, and true cinematic experiences. Oppenheimer is a perfect example of that, as it has captivated audience around the world this weekend with its extraordinary craftsmanship and emotional performances from an incredible cast led by Cillian Murphy. Barbie cost a net of 128 million before P&A promotions and before P&A. Not sure what that is. Advertising, promotions and advertising. Whew. Think. Barbie cost 128 million to make, while Oppenheimer cost around 100 million to make. Intelligence also reports that 4 out of 5 moviegoers went to see Barbie or Oppenheimer this weekend, with the former, Barbie, generating 52% of the overall admission traffic and Oppenheimer repping 27%. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning drawing 6.5%, and Sound of Freedom pulling in 5.6%. Average ticket price for Barbie was $12.65, while Oppenheimer went for $13.65. And that is because a lot of people are choosing to see Oppenheimer on the biggest screen, an IMAX screen, a 70 millimeter screen, large format. And I'm not sure if you need to see that movie in large format or not, because it's not like, I'm thinking it's going to be like a drama. Like, just people. And if that's what you're going for, I'm not sure that needs to be seen on like a huge screen. But a lot of people are choosing to see it on the largest format possible. I think he shot it in 70 millimeter, so a lot of theaters are showing it in 70 millimeter. Mine's not. Um, One of my sister theaters in West Hollywood is. So a lot of people choosing to see it in 70 millimeter IMAX, and that's probably the difference in the ticket price. Business was hearty throughout the day for both picks. It sure was, with a breakdown of admissions as follows. Okay, we won't do that. Um Anyway, so very, very busy. I think while I still have some of you guys on here, I might check out what Rotten Tomatoes has to say about Barbie and Oppenheimer, just their reviews, and the reason why I like looking at that. So I don't tend to agree with critics. I tend to agree with the public. And Rotten Tomatoes is a website that kind of lets you know how other people rated the movie, and it's going to tell you how critics rated the movie. So Barbie has both a 90% rating from critics and a 90% rating from the audience, which is really, really good. I'll do this. Apparently, I'm extrememely likely to recommend Rotten Tomatoes to not only someone I know, but also like my whole YouTube audience. Who knows? It's informative and it's user friendly and it's fun. Next, how many questions are there? Okay, cool. We're done. We're done with those questions. Okay, so Barbie, 90% critics, 90% audience, which is very, very, very high. Oppenheimer, 94% from critics. I'm a little bit surprised by this. And a 94% by audiences. All right. Okay, what critics say. Oppenheimer marks another engrossing achievement from Christopher Nolan that benefits from Murphy's tour de force performance and stunning visuals. Oh, it does say stunning visuals. Well, interesting. All right. So that's what critics have to say. All right, you guys. I know that this again was different than a lot of my lives are, because we were talking about Barbie and Oppenheimer and their grosses and just how exciting it's really been to work at a movie theater and watch all of this unfold. It makes me feel really passionate about what I do again, and it's nice because I've been working in movie theaters for 26 years, and this is really it's really something. It's really rare. Like my mom is never like that excited about movies, but my mom says yes on Barbie. Neither one of us have seen it yet. She just wants to go. Um, and I'm one of the ones that's apparently square according to that article because I've been too busy working all weekend to see Barbie. So I think a lot of people are still going to see it. And then after reading those reviews on Oppenheimer, I'm a little bit more likely to want to invest the time to watch something that's a little bit more on the serious side. Riki says, "Thank you for sharing. It's interesting." It is really interesting. And it's just really great. I don't think this is a secret, but movie theaters have really been struggling since after the pandemic. And so just to have this weekend to feel all the energy in the theater, to see the fun outfits. A lot of people are doing like two movies back to back. They're just seeing Barbie and then Oppenheimer, then Oppenheimer and then Barbie. And there's this big debate about like whether you watch the serious movie first and then you do a lighter film, or whether you watch the lighter film first and then go in for the gritty film. And if any of you are going to do the double feature of Barbie and Oppenheimer, here's how I would do it. First of all, look at all your movie times. Oppenheimer is roughly 3 hours. Barbie's roughly 2 hours. A little bit longer, could be closer to 3 hours and 20 minutes or 2 hours and 20 minutes with previews depending on what chain you go and see. Some theaters have 10 minutes of previews. Some movies have 30 minutes of previews. So you need to know which one you're seeing to plan your times accordingly. I just want to go to the bathroom in between if I'm seeing two movies back to back, because we're looking at between 5 hours and 6 hours of time, depending on the length of those trailers. So here's what I would do. I would do Oppenheimer first because I'm going to come to the movies a little bit earlier. I'm going to be nice and fresh. It's going to be a little bit earlier in the day, and I'm going to have the attention span to sit through a 3-hour movie. Then I would do Barbie. One, so that I end on a lighter note, and then two, because I feel like after about like really once you're going into that second movie that's right at that 2-hour mark, I feel like I'm going to get a little wiggly, like even if the seats are good, which ours are where I work. But even if the seats are not as great, like I feel like I'm going to get like a little bit like wiggly during the second movie. And I feel like Barbie is like a movie that's going to allow me to like feel a little bit more light. I'm not going to be like checking my watch. Like if even though I'm sure Oppenheimer is very good, 3 hours is a long time to commit to watching a movie. So I feel like if I watched Oppenheimer second, not if I watched it first, but I feel like I might be looking at my watch, not having it lit up. I always turn it into theater mode, but I feel like I might be checking my watch if I was like an hour 4, like being like, when is this thing end? When can I go home? Whereas I feel like if I watch the longer movie first, it has nothing to do with like really heavy versus serious. It has to do with length. And I feel like if I did the 3-hour movie last, I don't feel like I would like that. So I personally would do Oppenheimer and then Barbie. Plus, there's most movie theaters, because of the running time, I'm going to guess, are going to have more showtimes of Barbie. So it's probably going to be you're going to be able to time it a little bit better so that you can watch Oppenheimer and then easily find a showtime of Barbie after that to go see. Whereas since Oppenheimer is longer, movie theaters are probably going to have less shows of that. So it's going to be harder to watch Barbie and then find a good showtime for Oppenheimer. And of course, if you don't want to sit in the movies that long all day, you can, break up that chunk of time, like do Oppenheimer, then go stretch your legs, grab like dinner, and then come back for an evening show of Barbie. It should be nice and light, should keep up the pace. I don't think anybody's gonna like start to nod off or anything in Barbie. Because I think it's just gonna be fun and fast paced, but I don't know because I haven't seen it yet. But clearly I'm excited. All right, you guys. This is not the outfit that I'm wearing to work tonight, but I definitely am still keeping up with the Barbie theme. And I will try very hard to like at least take a picture of what I wore to share with you guys. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, Shelly's Millions. Thank you guys for supporting your local movie theaters. We really do appreciate the business. We love having you. We love seeing it this busy and this alive. Break out your pink if you're seeing Barbie. Break out your black business attire if you're seeing Oppenheimer, because we love to see what fun outfits you guys come up with. Thank you guys so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.